The first race of the 2023 season. Nothing's better really than the first race of a Formula 1 season. All the expectation, the hope, and it can all dissipate in a matter of laps. But as we go into Sunday, there is fresh hope for everyone on the grid that there will be an improvement on last year's performance, unless of course you're Red Bull, when you're hoping just to stay out in front. I'm Ollie Wilson for GP Fans, and this is a rundown of everything that happened in the first race of the 2023 season in Bahrain. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez looked utterly dominant as Red Bull started the Formula 1 season with an impressive 1-2 victory in Bahrain. The reigning F1 champion Verstappen began his quest for a third consecutive crown with a lights to flag victory from teammate Sergio Perez. Verstappen was 11.9 seconds clear of the Mexican driver, despite reporting problems with his downshift and car balance throughout the 57-lap duration. Asked about the problems, Verstappen said, "There's nothing big. There are just little things you want to fine-tune, so I think they are quite easy to get on top of." Amazingly, Red Bull have never scored a 1-2 result at a season-opening Grand Prix, nor has the Dutchman ever taken the top step of the podium in the first race of the season. It also marked Verstappen's first victory in Bahrain. It was a very good first stint where I basically made my gap, and from there it was all about just looking after the tyres, said Verstappen. You never really know what's going to happen later on in the race, so we just wanted to make sure that we had the right tyres and in good condition as well. I'm very happy to have finally won here in Bahrain. Perhaps the most impressive man in Bahrain, however, was one Fernando Alonso, who rolled back the years as the now 41-year-old was able to take a podium in his first race with new team Aston Martin. Starting fifth on the grid, Alonso received a whack from Lance Stroll, his teammate, on the opening lap, but soon worked his way up through the field, passing both Mercedes in George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, before eventually benefiting from Charles Leclerc's power unit failure to move up into fourth, before finally taking Carlos Sainz on lap 45 for third place. Alonso was almost back to his imperious best, and was delighted with the winter work that has taken place at Aston Martin to put him in the position to take the opening podium of the season. Amazing for the team. It was great all weekend, said the Spaniard. Finishing on the podium at the first race of the year, it is just amazing what Aston Martin did over the winter to have the second best car on race one. This is unreal. And finally, what about Ferrari? As we mentioned just a moment ago, Charles Leclerc suffered once again from power unit problems with his Scuderia car and was forced to retire during the race, while Carlos Sainz was pipped to third place by Fernando Alonso. Leclerc looks set for a podium finish in the F1 season opener before his chances were dashed on lap 40 as his car crawled to a halt. It brings a stark reminder of the problems that Ferrari suffered last season that cost them a potential title push. Third was the best position we could have done, said Leclerc after his early exit. It's a shame. Ferrari had decided to sacrifice a pole shot on Saturday in order to save a fresh set of soft tyres for Sunday's race. Reflecting on the early dividends that the decision paid for Ferrari, Leclerc said, "That was the plan after qualifying, so it's a good sign. It means we made the right choice yesterday, but I didn't really have any doubts about that. But after that, we made a different tyre choice to the Red Bull, but honestly, I don't think it would have made any difference whether we were on soft tyres or hard tyres. They're just way too fast for us." So can Ferrari get it right as we move through the early part of the season, or will performance problems once again hamper their year? Remember, if you want more action from the Bahrain Grand Prix as we build into the next few weeks of the Formula 1 calendar, you can get onto gpfans.com and GPFans Global for all of your F1 news and views, and hit subscribe down below to stick with us here at the YouTube channel for the whole of the season.